Hello everybody, welcome to LT Gaming. My name is Tom and today we're back with another Bannerlord video following on from my Tier 1 Best Troops. We are now going to look at Tier 2 Best Troops. So learned a lot from the first stage of this on how to kind of conduct it, and we're taking as scientific approach as possible today. So I've used Score 7 to make a tournament style video or tournament style event, and we have two groups, which will be Group A, you can see the troops here, and Group B, more troops here, and I've tried to split equally, so there's equal amount of Sturgian troops in each one. And we also have a wild card, which is the winner from the first video I did, which you can check out here. I'll put a card to it. So the Battanian volunteers were by far the best in the Tier 1. So I've added them in as a wild card into the Tier 2 just to see how they perform. I'm not expecting them to win or anything, just for a bit of fun, and it makes the groups more balanced then. We have 6 per group. So let's jump right into it. This will be the schedule. I'm not going to show every battle. I'll maybe show a few battles from each round, the ones that are of interest, and as we have some leaders emerging, I'll focus on them, and then eventually we'll reach the knockout stages where we will crown a winner of the Tier 2 troops. So let's jump into it. Here we are with the first battle of round 1. So I've decided to show the Imperial Vigla recruits, who, in my opinion, are probably the favourites against the Khuzait Footman. And just to give you guys an idea of the setup, we can use every battle. So I do 200 men each side to reduce the kind of discrepancy. I found 100 was a bit low. And we always have Radagast, who doesn't have any ranged weapons, and my job is just to try and keep him busy while they fight, and it generally works out pretty well, and he doesn't have too much of an impact on the battle. It's normally decided by the time he falls, which is a good thing. But let's jump in. We're fighting in the desert. It's pretty flat open territory, so this should be good. Alright. Imperial Vigla recruits, I believe, are going to win this quite easily. I know the Khuzait aren't known for their amazing infantry, but I would love to be surprised here. Nice steady advance as we'll see their men emerge over the crest of the hill in front. And I'm predicting a really lopsided victory for the Vigla recruits. Let's say maybe over 150 killed. And I think they'll lose less than 50. So I'm really rooting for him here. Or not rooting for him, but predicting a strong victory. Alright, here we go. Wall of green to begin with. Where's old Radagast? I can't see him. Oh my god. It's a lot more equal than I thought. There he is. He actually ran away in the beginning. But the Viglas have it, I'm pretty sure. I think Radagast is having a small impact, but not one that will change it significantly. They're already routed, and I've taken them out. And now we just wait for the victory chant to... There we go. And that is that. Let's see. It is a pretty convincing video. It's not as convincing as I thought, but 149 to 98 killed. Radagast did not have an impact and take any kills. So there we go. A W for the Vigla recruits. Here we are with round 2 battle, which is the Aserai Tribesman against the Sturgian Woodsman. I'm going with the Woodsman here, even though I'm technically a Aserai Tribesman backer. But yeah, they just don't seem up to much. Whereas the Woodsman do have pretty resilient kind of record so far. So let's see how this goes. As per usual, 200 men each side and just a simple charge command. I mean, sometimes anomalies happen, and if it is a close match, I will run it again just to ensure the same result. And so far, I've only gotten the same results when I've run battles twice. So I take that as a pretty good sign of being at least consistent. And here we go. Oh my god. Look at this. Look at this wall of red. It's over. I'm not even going to bother. I'll just go over Radagast. I mean, this battle's already decided, so it doesn't matter. I mean, my men are already retreating. Just got to keep him busy. But yes, it is over. I'll just make sure all my men are in fact retreating before I sacrifice myself into the main crowd of them. Here we go. Come on, guys. Take me out. Put an end to it. There we go. So, an absolutely dominant victory for the Sturgian Woodsman. 153 to 40. And that is how we're recording the scores. On to the next one. And here we are back with another battle. We have the Battanian Volunteers, our tier 1 winners against Sturgian Warriors. I'm going to have to favour the Sturgian Warriors here. They've actually been performing better than I expected. And yeah, I don't think the Volunteers have it. Volunteers actually had a good first round. I'll show you guys after this match. A summary, but they inflict a lot of damage with those two-handed weapons, but they just don't have the survivability of the other tier 2 troops, so they tend to fall off and just get too many losses. So let's see if the prediction holds true here. It's fairly even right now. Oh, Radagast is right in the middle. I don't think I can really take him out. He's down anyway. It's almost decided. Oh, it's a little closer than I thought. But I think the Sturgian Warriors have this. They just seem to have much more numbers. And yeah, that's a pretty convincing victory for the Sturgian Warriors. I think we can call it. There you go. There's the victory chant. And so 130 kills to 156, so pretty close. I mean, Battanian Volunteers, if you're looking for a tier 1 troop, they are the one to get. So where are we at after 2 rounds? You can see the results here. A lot of lopsided victories. I mean, the Tribesman just getting destroyed by the Footman. Similarly for the Clan Warriors and the Vigla recruits, pretty convincing over the Footman. The second round was a bit closer in terms of a bit more varied results, but the Vlandian Footman coming to the forefront here, and the Woodsman just being dominant again over the Tribesman. And we go to Group B, we see some surprising results for me. The Battanian Woodrunners taking over the Otterok. I ran this again, and it was the same result. It just seemed like the Woodrunners had a slight edge, but I guess this could go either way in a real battle. And then again, I was shocked that the Otterok lost to the Mamluke soldiers. And we can go to the group standings to see who is top of Group A. We have the Woodsman with the most kills. Lovely for and against, just like a football bracket here, football tournament. The Footman coming up second, and the Viglas chasing in the third place. And in Group B, we have dominant Mamluke and Sturgian Warriors, with the Woodrunners being the kind of wild card here. I think on a different day, they could be in the top 2 easily. And actually the infantryman as well, doing a bit better than I thought. The real shocker for me is the Otterok being down here. For some reason, I always thought they were amazing. Maybe they are. Maybe it's just the battle setting. And then obviously we have the tier 1 down the bottom. So, on to the next rounds, and then the knockout brackets. And here we go with the clash between the Clan Warriors and the Footman. Vlandian Footman are currently 2 victories up. So, this is a very important one. And the Clan Warriors have been razor close to winning some decisions, some matches, but just seem to fall short. So, this, I think, is a pretty interesting battle between, I think, 2nd and 4th place right now. I'm very curious. I think I'm going to give it to the Footman. They seem to be performing better than I expected. So I imagine I'll probably be on the losing end of this battle. I mean, there are certain discrepancies with each battle, like the terrain. Sometimes it's like a staggered formation. And if I do feel it's too close, I run the battle again. But, like, look at the Vlandians. They're all over the place here. But if they win this, it's probably going to be a convincing victory. As they are quite separated. Now, I do notice the Clan Warriors struggle against shielded troops. With the big shields. Let's see if this holds true. They're getting some kills, though. Right, my job is to try and minimize Radagast. So I will run out here. Let's vain attempt to engage him. Not let him interfere too much. Seems to be working. I'm heading them off. And we're just letting the warriors get on with it. This is a razor close one. I think the Battanians might have this. Don't really want to influence this too much, so we'll just keep nice attack going. Go for the horse. It looks, I'm gonna say the Battanians might have this one. Seems like the fighting is stopped and everyone's spread out. Alright, Radagast is down. That may be the end of it. Wow, and I was wrong. The Vlandian Footmen have lost, and the Battanian Clan Warriors have taken a W. What a victory. What a result. And here we are with a clash for the top of Group B. We have the Mamluke soldiers versus the Sturgian warriors. Both are undefeated. Both are pretty dominant right now. So I think my conventional wisdom, maybe I have a different understanding because I've been playing so many mods lately. But I think the Sturgians will win. But the Mamluks are pretty devastating in every battle they've been in so far, but maybe the opposition's been a tad easier. So I'm still going to back Sturgia to take this, and the Mamluks will probably move to 2nd place from this battle. But let's see. It will be interesting to see if it's a decisive victory or up in the air. Maybe I'll have to run it again just to confirm the result. Alright, here we go. Relatively level clash. Oh no, they're going all over the place. I probably will definitely have to run this one again. Alright, you can see Radagast, he's in amongst it. I can't really do much against him there without getting involved myself. Oh wow, he's really amongst it now. Let's try and ride through and distract this dude from having too much of an impact. He's just galloping for his life here. I need to keep him engaged, so I'll keep crisscrossing. Aim for his horse, slow him down. Alright, it looks like there might be a decisive victory here. For the Sturgians, a D-horse Radagast. But everyone is in retreat. I think we might be done. I will let them take me out to confirm the victory for them. The name of science and statistics. Okay, so it was a very close battle, but the Sturgians have taken it. 153 to 138. My conventional wisdom finally holds true. On to the next one, guys. So here we are with the Sturgian Woodsman versus the Vlandian Footman. Sturgian Woodsman are currently kings of the group. I think 3 victories, and the Vlandians are 2-1. I am running this again. This is the second time I'm running this one, and it's because it's been so razor close. I need to try and discount the interference of their commander. He was very active in the last battle, so hopefully I can minimize him in this one. But yeah, it was like 150, 150. It was like a tie at the end on kills. So yeah, we're checking this one again, just for confirmation. But to me, this says that, you know, any given troop could win on a different battlefield, a different situation. So, all right, there's Radagast behind them. Alrighty, he's staying behind and he's riding off to the side, which is perfect. I can minimize him down. Where there? Ah, he's back in amongst it, the bastard. But he's down. He's already down. This seems like more. Okay, this is a very convincing victory for the Sturgian Woodsman. I think in the last round, something weird happened, and the Sturgian Woodsman had gotten split up, and the commander was super active on the other team. We're going to give the W to the Sturgian Woodsman for quite a convincing victory. 165 to 86. Brilliant. And here we are with the final battle of Group A. It is the Sturgian Woodsmen who are undoubtedly going through against the second placed Vigla recruits. Now, this battle, if the Vigla recruits lose by a significant margin, or a decent margin, they will fall in the rankings based upon their score difference, or kill difference in this instance. So it is going to be genuinely interesting. If this is a one-sided affair, the Viglas may actually be demoted into third place, and we'll have a different contender to go through the knockout stages. But I'm fairly sure the Woodsman will win. It could be thrown a spanner in the works if the Viglas win. It would just mean that these two are going to go through guaranteed. Otherwise, we're going to see a possible third team that's yet to be named until we look at the results. Alright, they've got a bit of a funky formation. And the Woodsmen tend to excel because of these javelins. Look, they've already got a good number of kills before anyone's even been engaged. Alright, Radagast, come on, buddy. You're coming with me. Come on. No. Stay out of this. Alright, it does seem like quite a one-sided affair right now. he is down. A wayward javelin taking him out. And this is just the Woodsman racking up the victory now. Enemy are fleeing. Battle is over. I think that might be enough to knock the Viglas out of contention. Alright, I will take it as the result when the victory happened. Actually, no, I'll wait till we're fully done here. 167 and counting. Alright, we'll call it there. On to the next match in the other group, and we'll see the results in a moment. And here we have the final results across Group A. No real surprises from the last round. I mean, the Clan Warriors annihilated the Tribesman. The Vlandian Footman were the better of the Footman. The closest battle was the Vigla recruits against the Clan Warriors, and this one, along with the Sturgian Woodsman just being dominant, has given us this setup here, where the Vigla recruits have narrowly lost out to the Clan Warriors on points difference. Now, I've under no doubt if we ran this again, and you ran this 10 times, these two could change place quite easily, so I don't think it should be taken. In fact, these three are very similar. Even the amount of kills and losses they took are quite similar. Just the Vlandian Footman starting to drop off on the kill ratio. But the Woodsman, clear winners of Group A. And then if we go to the Group B fixtures, we have them all here. The kind of key battles were the Battanian Woodrunners beat the Mamluke soldiers, can't speak anymore. And the Sturgian Warriors kept going. They had a close one against the Woodrunners, but they managed to top the group. And here's the Group B standings. 5 out of 5, no losses, undefeated. And the Mamlukes have gone in with second place with a slightly better difference than the Woodrunners, who just seem to take more losses. They were good at kills, for sure. They got the highest kills of anyone. I think that speaks to the fact they have some range as well. But overall, they couldn't sustain and stave off the losses. But the worst troop of all was by far the Aserai Tribesman. It wasn't even close. The Battanian Volunteers would probably beat them. And I may test this out at another point in time. So there we have it. And we're through to the knockout fixtures and results. And here they are. So we have the Woodsman versus the Mamlukes, and the Sturgian Warriors versus the Battanian Clan Warriors. Kicking off semi-final number 1, we have Sturgian Woodsman versus the Mamluk soldiers, the Aserai. I think I would like the Mamluks to win, because otherwise we're just going to have a boring all-Sturgian final, because I'm pretty sure the Warriors are going to beat the Battanians, the Sturgian Warriors. So I'm hoping the Mamluks pull this off and get a W. And it throws a little bit of spanner in the works, because I did not think they would be in the semis or the finals. So it's interesting, but the Sturgia definitely has the best, some of the best infantry in the game. Don't think that's a shocker to anyone. But how dominant they've been is quite a surprise against their tier 2 counterparts. And this is where the Woodsmen can do very well, but the Mamluks have big shields. So they aren't taking any losses yet. Oh, they took a few. Alright, here we go. And Radagast is amongst it, which is not good. Oh, it's a close one. It's a close one. Radagast is having an impact in this battle, probably. Oh, there. I think it's fairly comfortable for the Sturgians. Radagos is gone. It's just mop-up work now. I don't think this was very close. A bit closer than I expected. 116 to 156. And the first team in the finals is the Sturgian Woodsman. Here we go with semi-final number 2. We have... Oh, whoops-a-daisies. We have a charge, but we have the Clan Warriors against the Sturgian Warriors. I'm going to go with the Sturgian Warriors. They've been pretty dominant throughout this tournament in their group. I don't think they've taken a loss, and I don't think they're going to take one now. But let's just have a gander. I think it's just they have a good shield, good attack, and the survivability seems to be key at tier 2. They just seem to out-survive their opponents and take less damage. Here we go. Axes are flying everywhere. Hopefully Radagos stays out of it back there. He's not having too much effect. He is trying to get amongst things, but he is down. I mean, this is not very close. Again, the Sturgian Warriors are just... they've won every side of this conflict. I think that's it. A dominant performance. 153 to 97. That was not close. Sturgian Warriors advanced to the final. And here we are in the final. We have Sturgian on Sturgian violence. Woodsman versus Warriors. I'm personally going to go with the Warriors. I just think they are superior to the other tier 2 troops in terms of their armor, survivability, and they still have good damage to go with it. The only advantage the Woodsmen have are going to be these javelins, and depending on how effectively the javelins are used, it could tip the balance in their favor. And hopefully this tournament's been of some use to you guys. You know which troops to emphasize on when you're on a budget army, and if you want to build a heavy infantry based army, what might be the best to start with. Okie doke, here we go. Clash is happening. Oh wow. This is fairly intense. Radagos, stay out of it, buddy. Oh, the Warriors are dominating, I think. Although the flanks are looking a little weak. I'm unsure. Did the Warriors just lose? Oh wow. It's over. I'll ride to my death. And as they hack me down, I've yet again made another bad prediction. I need to stop playing so many mods. And there we have it. Razor thin. I will run it again, but 152 to 133. The Sturgian Woodsmen win the tournament of the tier 2 infantry. It's just their javelins, I guess. It sets them apart, gives them that extra bit of offense to get those kills and begin kind of breaking their opponents. And yeah, that's all she wrote. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I'll jump over now and give you a summary, and then we can wrap up. And there we have it, guys. The Sturgian Woodsman won the tournament of the Tier 2 Infantry. They were dominant in the group stages as well, with a number of kills no one even matched. And I think it was their javelins which set them apart. The warriors were definitely up there. They weren't as much as the Woodrunner, but yeah, the Woodsman take this comfortably enough, and hopefully you can use this in your own games to build a cheap budget army that's still going to be effective. Finally, let's put all the knowledge together to apply it to what we know. So undoubtedly the king of tier 2 infantry is going to be the Sturgians, with the Woodsman and the warriors. The Otokai, or warrior sons, are not quite up there. But as we could see from the group stages, still pretty decent. Second, I'm going to have to go still in the A tier is going to be the Battanians. I felt like their infantry has high damage, particularly the clan runners, I think, have the axe throwing ability. So they're getting a lot of kills. They just don't have as much survivability as the Sturgian infantry. Second, this is the Mamluke soldiers only. The Aserai Tribesman, they would be down in the F bracket. But the Mamluke soldiers are very durable and narrowly second to the Battanian ones, I would say. Then we have the classic option of the Vigla infantry, which are quite difficult to find. All the Empire troops and the Empire infantrymen, they are middle of the pack, along with the Vlandian Footman. They are pretty good. They get the job done, and you're basically getting them to evolve into another troop on their own. They're not super effective. Then at the bottom, the Khuzait kind of footmen are not up to much. They have some survivability, can do a bit of damage, but they're not going to win you any battles, I don't think. And then if I was, as I said, to create a lower tier, we would duplicate the Aserai and put the Aserai Tribesman at the bottom, as they are absolutely awful. And lost to everyone and everything with the highest margin of losses. So you can go back, look at the tables, see how we ended up. But hopefully you guys can use this in your own game and you've enjoyed this video. Remember not to take it too seriously or too to the by the letter of the law, as it were. There are a lot of confounders and different things that can change the results. But overall, I think this is a fair guide. If you've enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye now.